the purpose of this call. So quickly, usually how I do these calls is I first
Yeah.
of all, ask a bunch of questions. I've done these calls hundreds of times.
Hmm.
I've been actually bored while talking with Anks.
It's
But
fine. It's fine. Please tell. Please, like, however you're like comfortable. Please tell.
exactly. So I have a bunch
Mm.
of questions with me. I'll be asking those
Sure.
questions, and based on the answers of those questions, we'll understand whatever is broken with your current pipeline or how you can integrate, let's say, another pipeline altogether
Yeah,
in
yeah,
order
yeah.
to get clients for your current content creation slash social media agency. And
Mm.
in the process as well, I'll be also qualifying you for the offer that we have. And if we find
Okay.
you the right fit, we'll also offer how we can potentially help you achieve your goals. Works?
Works.
Perfect. So, quickly, I'll introduce myself. Asma this side, co-founder of Origin AI. We are an AI
Yeah.
consulting firm. We essentially help out businesses by implementing AI automations into their current pipelines and
Hmm.
fix their acquisition, not entirely create one. All right. So,
All right.
I would love to know, first of all, whatever you're doing right now. I have a little idea. I have your
Mm.
website opened in front of me as well, but
Mhm.
would love to know from your side, and also what's the core offer essentially? What problem are you trying to solve?
Okay, so basically, I'll start from the base. ठीक है? So
Mm-hmm.
we were a production house company. ठीक है?
Mm-hmm.
We did weddings and all that shit. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then we okay, transitioned to like clients and like rappers and like music videos or something. So
Mm-hmm.
our main niche was primarily video production. Okay, shooting,
Okay.
editing and all. Okay, so for now you know that is a very much physical task. तो
Correct.
फिर
Correct.
अभी
Correct.
या फिर हम लोग के पास कैफेज था, फिर ज्वेलरीज था, फिर और लाइक ओके देन ए बेसबॉल वाला क्लाइंट था. वी हैड वन क्लाइंट फ्रॉम द यूएस व्हिच वाज करेंटली ऑपरेटिंग इन वेयर एनसीआर. ठीक है? तो
Mm-hmm.
फिर
Mm-hmm.
तो we were there also for their shoot. We went to Indore. So basically everything was a physical presence. ठीक है? Main prime component was their shooting, but then what we did is what we used to manage these clients also, okay, social media wise. So like
Okay.
cafes bhi tha. So cafes
Mm.
bhi kabhi shooting and all, managing and all. We had a package of like 30K for a cafe, for an Indian cafe, like okay,
Okay.
for like cafe which are like located in my region, Kolkata. We are currently working with two cafes. अभी दो है, ठीक है? तो एक से हम लोग चार्ज करते हैं 30,000. We give them 12 reels and we give them 12 statics and बस उतने ही. और फिर क्या उसको मैनेज करते हैं, अपलोड करते हैं, एंड देन इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग वाला अभी स्टार्ट किया है. ठीक है?
Okay.
So maybe yeah. So basically everything was a physical presence which I have, but then again I want to go into a much okay online model and with their US leads and all,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the end goal. Why not?
So let's talk about the current model first. Physical acquisition. What do you mean by it? Word of mouth? How do you actually got those clients,
Word
which
of
you
mouth.
mentioned?
सब कुछ word of mouth था. अभी
Okay. So
that
bunch of
we have.
referrals.
Sorry.
Bunch of referrals. You've got one client. The guy referred to you.
Yeah, that
Mm,
also happened, but then again we did cold calls. then फिर वहाँ से मतलब
mm.
we are not into a pull algorithm right now, but हाँ referral जैसे ना pull हो जाता है, but we were morely like based on push algorithm. ठीक है?
Okay, understood.
Yeah, yeah.
Outreach, basically. So
Outreach,
when
yeah.
it comes to that, first of all, one of the offers that you mentioned was 12 reels plus 12 started. Basically, that's a creative offer.
Yeah, yeah.
And so let's talk about where do you want to move forward in the future. So throughout this entire call, we'll be keeping the context limited to the next 90 days. Because what I believe, I guess the next 90 days the next quarter basically is a very good um timeline to plan. Right? It's a realistic pipeline as well for us, and it can also give us the right steps to reach to that particular point. Right? So
Okay, so are you saying that in like 90 days we are going to see results?
we'll be seeing results the moment we start working, the moment our things
Yeah,
launch. But 90
yeah.
days is the right time for us to actually take decisions upon the results that we get from
Okay,
the things that
perfect,
we'll be doing. Right. So
perfect, perfect.
just a random timeline, just a quarter, and a business metric. So we use 90 days as the benchmark. Keeping
we
90
can
days,
go we can go much faster like than you think. ठीक है? आप
of
जितना
course,
push करोगे हम लोग उतना push करेंगे अपने side से.
I'll be dividing the 90 days into three phases, which is wherein each phase is a single month. But I want to understand what is your goal in the next 90 days in terms of how you position yourself, your offer, what do you want to sell, your ICP, who do you want to sell it to, at what cost. So let's discuss all about that.
Yeah. So first, which one should I answer?
Start with, let's say, a revenue goal in the next 90 days.
A revenue girl.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Yep, revenue goal.
अच्छा गोल वो तो ठीक है यार। आई थॉट रेवेन्यू गर्ल भाई।
No, no, no.
ठीक है।
Revenue goal, where do you want to reach to? Let's say.
ओके
What's the
सो
current
सो
revenue?
we are right now, okay, we were into 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs, okay, but right
Mm-hmm.
now we are into, you can say, 1.5 lakhs, so we are doing pretty kharab.
I understand. That is last month's numbers. 1.5
Yeah,
lakhs. 1.5
yeah.
lakhs. Okay.
Mm.
And how in terms of team members, how many team members do you have?
I have right now around, I'll say one sec. I have around properly right now 5 to 16 team members. It was
Are
Zada
these? Mm-hmm.
पहले,
Mm-hmm.
because of, okay, we had more and more clients, that's why it was ज़्यादा, but right now it's less because we have less clients. Yeah, and I am also
Understood.
not outreaching more because I am fucking fed up with this thing algorithm. I am only outreaching, then their client base are very okay. Okay, are you getting it? इतना nosy होता है
Yup,
ना,
yup, yup,
ये
yup.
करो वो करो
Outreach
वो
अपने
करो
आप में
ये
अलग
करो.
है.
हाँ.
Plus, in outreach, the authority the authority gets transferred to the सामने वाला person, and that's very wrong when it comes to negotiation. बहुत मुश्किल होता है वहाँ से
Right,
negotiate कर पाना.
right.
Hmm. Okay. So you mentioned 5 to 6 members. Are these paid? Are these on salaries?
Yeah, they are project basis pay.
अच्छा project basis पे hire करते हो. So यार there's no fixed cost in terms of monthly
No,
कुछ
no,
आपके
no,
accounts
no,
है.
no. That's not.
समझा
No.
समझा समझा. You guys must have been operating remotely I guess अभी तक तो.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
office
yeah,
space.
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So 1.5 lakh was the revenue that you made. How much did you take home? Given out salaries, project costs, everything. Last month,
Around 50.
around 50K. So 1 lakh went into salaries and project
Yeah,
basis
kind
costs,
of,
all those.
kind of,
Okay.
kind of.
Understood. So now this is the current situation
Uh,
that we
in
have.
February March, I
Mm-hmm.
gathered around 3.5 to 4 for myself because their business is quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
बहुत down हो गया. So you
I
understand.
understand.
So I
Yep,
am,
yep, yep.
yeah, in
So
front of you.
no worries. You have to be
Yeah,
transparent here because
yeah.
to help you, I'll actually need to understand a bunch of stuff. All right. So the current situation is like 1.5 lakhs you made last month and you could take home
Yes.
50K. Uh,
Yeah.
what do you think uh, is the actual problem? So let's say the next 90 days goal would be what? From your side, let's hear it from you only.
10 lakhs per month, bhai.
10 lakhs a month. Okay, valid goal can be achievable very easily. All right.
And for me, probably 4-5 lakhs क्योंकि फिर हमारा तो
If you can take
ऑपरेटिंग
home.
कॉस्ट कम हो जाएगा ना.
Exactly. बहुत कुछ difference आ जाएगा.
Yeah.
So if the goal situation is you making 10 lakhs a month,
Hmm.
uh, what do you think? Uh, 1 second. So I'm writing down all of these things.
Sure, please
I'll
write. And
write.
if you can do that,
Mhm.
your style of notes, you can provide it after their meeting, so that way I can understand you much like clearer. Are you getting what I said?
So usually what I do is after
Yeah,
these calls, I
yeah,
prepare a complete audit report
yeah,
wherein there is information about the current pipeline, how much do you
yeah,
spend per
yeah.
acquisition and everything.
Hmm.
And then based on your answers to my questions, we'll suggest a particular pipeline. I'll do that on call in real time, of course. But you'll
Sure,
also get a report after the call. That is if you
sure.
start working with us, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
So goal situation is 10 lakhs a month. In the next 90 days, what do you think is stopping
Yeah,
you from reaching there? Just the outreach, the current client acquisition method, or is there
yeah,
anything else?
yeah. Nothing else.
The
My
acquisition
my
method.
my team is pretty strong. That's I know.
Lovely. So, if it comes to that, the only problem that you're facing as of now is the right acquisition channel. Is that right?
Yeah. the
Uh,
right the right amount of leads, the right quality of leads. If I have, let's
mhm,
suppose, in their
mhm,
90 days, I have only 5 leads.
mhm,
Only 5 clients, let's suppose. But every one is paying 2 lakh per month.
mhm.
Right? Average में पकड़ते हैं, ऊपर नीचे होता है ये, ठीक है?
बिल्कुल,
तो
बिल्कुल,
फिर
बिल्कुल.
हाँ, तो फिर लाइक हाँ, सो प्रॉब्लम क्या उसमें? कुछ वर्क कैन बी डन बाय द एआई मॉडल, कैन बी, एंड द
Mhm.
बाकी क्रिएटिव रील वर्क एंड द कैन बी डन बाय माय टीम ओनली. या.
समझ गया. So the offer now in the next 90 days to reach to that goal, what will you be offering to these
Okay,
people?
okay. So I was thinking about this, that
Mhm,
we provide services, right? Like monthly basis with social media services, we provide creative services. Okay.
mhm,
So what if we can do this thing? Like we can showcase this thing only as a product. Like
mhm.
getting it. Okay, you are getting 12 reels slash 12 stills in this pack
Okay.
for 1 month.
Okay, understood.
Bundle back. Not
Mhm.
not many options, because I know for a fact if I will give options, then the client will hinder. It will hinder in their like thinking process. So solid
Mhm.
platinum offer would work. And basically, let's sell kind of a product like that. Social media marketing bundle kind of thing. I was thinking that now you know better because you are into this thing.
I'll be coming to that. I'll be coming to offer positioning as well. But
Yeah.
first, I want to
Yeah.
understand from your side, your perspective.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're thinking of bundling a bunch of reels and statics and creatives basically, and then
Mm.
offering that as a singular productized service, let's say.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
got
But
you.
you can say much better if you
Don't worry,
have
don't
the
worry.
same.
I already have a bunch of things in my mind. But as I mentioned, this is a game of questions only, right? I'll be asking a bunch of questions, and based on your answers, then I'll come to the
Sure.
final position where
Mm.
then we could also, have
Mm.
a very small FAQ round. Okay. Uh, so I've got the offer also. Who are you thinking of selling these to? So these offers,
Bro, that so
ICP.
I really don't know because I am
Mm-hmm.
figuring it out. And
Understood.
probably I only want to sell to the high ticket plans and the US plans. Which acha. Good. So
Hmm.
basically I can sell it to doctors, consultants, like personal trainers and all. जिसका अपना ये
Okay.
pages है जो आप अपना like portfolio बनाना चाहते हैं social media. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
real estate agents, real estate contractors, कुछ भी हो गया. Feel like many things on those lines
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Understood. Have you ever thought of personal brands, by the way?
What
assisting
do you mean
people
by
build
that?
their assisting people build their personal brands, because it involves the only part which is not probably provided from you, from what I understand, is the content part. If you can also nail it down somehow, you can land into the niche of building personal brands, and that is a highly paid niche in India as well.
Content part as in?
So basically, personal branding is all about. So there are founders. There are with the current market, the current paid acquisition market, people have understood that founder-led ads are the most working ads, because people have now stopped purchasing from businesses. People now purchase from people. So if I can feel there's a
Basically,
connect.
okay.
So an example of a personal brand would be: have you heard of Varun Maya?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So that's a personal brand for his particular company, a Yours Group.
Mm.
Then there is a personal brand. Everyone's building a personal brand. Even when I record these clips, I'm posting it out on Instagram on test reels, so
Mm.
that
I saw your YouTube shorts and all, and I
so
saw. Yeah.
so we do that. We are also trying to build our personal brand. Why?
Mm.
Because personal brand in the longer run will help you generate more qualified appointments than any particular paid acquisition or any method in this entire world
Okay.
could. I've seen people
So
with 200
so
followers get to 10K per month. So that's really good.
so are you suggesting me that instead of approaching businesses, we should approach
Mhm.
the founders of their business, kind of
So
on.
you should first of all always and always approach decision makers, or you would end
Mm.
up with very long sales cycles. Right? You'll keep
Right,
them in your
right,
sales
right.
cycles negotiating months and months. And if you directly approach decision makers, you can close them on call. That's what I do, by the way.
Point.
Uh, the second, so I'll come to that part later on. First, I need some more questions to be answered. Let's come to that, and then I'll come to suggestions and how we can potentially improve. Right? So you have never thought of probably concentrating your offer around personal branding.
No, I didn't even think about that.
That's okay. That's about positioning. So you have services nailed down. It's individual services, irrespective of however you use it. It is individual that we will provide you um, reels and statics, basically
Mm.
creatives. Any other thing that you wanna, any other part, any other particular service that you wanna go into in the next, let's say 90 days?
One you said is their personal brand, right?
Correct.
Yeah, which is
It is something that you can look into. I'll suggest a very good offer positioning to you as well, and how you can
please
do
say.
that. Mhm. We'll come to that. Just
Okay. Okay,
ask a
okay,
few
okay,
more
okay.
questions. I understand the curiosity. I guess that's my job to build that curiosity throughout this call.
नहीं नहीं
Uh,
ये अच्छी बात है. That's what makes you a good PR.
yep. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's now move on to the. So you have also thought of ICP, so consultants, doctors,
Mm.
fitness influencers in
Mm.
general. So
Mm.
basically individuals, in solopreneurs also you can say,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Right. Got you. Got
Mm.
you. Any other service? So you also do social media management and ads and
Yeah, Meta.
promotion. So do you think you'll
Mm.
be diving into that?
Ads and promotion, we do. We have a history
Mhm,
of that. So
mhm.
why not?
Okay,
If
okay,
the if their people needs it, so why not?
okay. Got you.
Mm.
What's your major forte? That's this
Mm.
particular service I'm the best at. So that will help me position your offer really well. What's the best part of all the plethora of services that you provide? Is it content?
Yeah, it's the quality of the content.
So, let's say, by the way, there's a guy in probably New Delhi in NCR, right? And that guy wants, let's say, reels to be created for his particular
Yeah,
account. So, would
see,
you be would you be flying to NCR and then shooting content for him, or you'd ask that guy to shoot content, then you'll be the editing agency?
both works. Both
Both
works.
works. Both works. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Have you ever done anything in the field of podcasts?
Not yet, but we have got offers and we rejected it.
Why? Why is that?
because the brands we were working for, ठीक है,
Mm-hmm.
पहले अब अभी भी है उसमें से एक ब्रांड है हमारा, ज्वेलरी ब्रांड है, तो उस उनको भी पॉडकास्ट करना है उनके ओनर को, तो शी वाज सेइंग दैट या वी शुड डू पॉडकास्ट, बट वी सेड कि फर्स्ट यू ब्रांड लाइक बिल्ड द योर ब्रांड पोर्टफोलियो, देन यू कैन हॉप इनटू माने वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम.
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
so that is down the other line, but other than that, right now we haven't started. If I'm true to
Okay.
myself, we haven't. Yeah.
Got you. Got you. But you can do it. Do you have
Yeah,
connects
of
with all
course.
those podcast studios out there?
We can
We
build
can.
our
You can.
own
Okay.
studio of, yeah, of ours,
Yeah.
and we have connects.
Perfect. Perfect.
पूरा
Uh,
पूरा team है, पूरा team है. So don't so we can do that.
say quality of service shouldn't be effective in this entire thing. Uh,
Mm.
all right. Now I'll come to the last bit of this. So I'll be imagine two circles right in front of you. The first is your current situation, which is 1.5 lakhs a month, wherein you're providing all these services. But the main client acquisition channel is outreach. It requires you as the main centerpiece.
Right, right.
The second is the goal situation where you want to reach, and that's 10 lakhs a month, essentially almost 10 times
Well,
of
well, that's just okay. Like subject to numbers, ठीक है, उससे ज़्यादा भी होगा अच्छा, उससे कम भी होगा, कोई बात
of
नहीं.
course, but let's keep
हाँ,
a number for us to keep track of, right? Just
yeah,
a goal. So 10 lakhs a month is something that we desire. That 90 days में अगर वो हो जाए तो it's really good, right?
crazy. Hmm.
Perfect. ICP we've also decided. Is there any by the way कोई लगाव है कि इंटरनेशनली सेल करना है, इंडिया में नहीं सेल करना, या
हाँ ब्रो, बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा माथा खाता है भाई इंटरनेट.
तो बिल्कुल सही बात कही है, मैं तो क्या ही बताऊँ, बिल्कुल.
हाँ,
So I
भाई भाई
understand.
बहुत माथा खाता है.
I got you. So I'll talk about the differences in acquisition methods, which works in India and let's say other countries, tier one countries, or if you ever were to go in, let's say East Asia, uh,
Hmm.
Singapore, China, and all of
Right.
that. So I've got a bunch of things. So from what I've acquired from you, you believe that the only thing which is keeping you from reaching the 10 lakh rupee goal in the next 90 days is the current acquisition method. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If that were to be solved, would you reach to that point because you believe in your quality of service?
Yeah, we would.
Because you
We will.
were before that, you were, I guess, 5 to 8 lakhs a month in terms of numbers,
Hmm.
right? So it's
We were.
actually pretty easy. But there is proof of service, there is proof of you actually reaching to that point. So it's actually really easy if
We
you get the right
we
people.
had we had 9 clients, but after the war, I removed 7 of my clients. So right now we are at 2,
Mhm.
and we are trying to again scale. Oh yeah, and then outsourcing वाला agencies से तो वो अलग ही पूरा खेल हो जाता है कि दूसरा
Mhm.
लोग like recommend करता है कि ना please handle my clients. So that is the outsourcing part. I don't take it into like consideration.
Mhm.
ठीक है, वो सब छोटा मोटा पैसा चलता है. हाँ,
So you're outsourcing as well. We do that as well. I understand.
yeah.
Okay. So now, so we've reduced everything down to the current acquisition pipeline, and that's what's keeping you from reaching the goal. Correct?
Mm,
Now I'll be suggesting three things. So there are three things which need to be fixed in your current entire setup, which
mm.
will, from my perspective, solve the problem. And then after when I mention those three things, I'll ask you again
Sure.
if these things you believe that will solve the problem.
Hmm. So first, before you
Huh.
continue,
Of course, go ahead.
first I heard कि this is a saying, right? That I'm just portraying it to get now. How will
Go
we do
ahead.
it? That's the second part.
Mhm.
So yeah, so basically, good sellers sell services. Well, like nice sellers sell the problems, like their pain points and their solution. The first is their normal sellers services. Good sellers sells their okay medicines for their pain. Okay, kind of something.
Exactly. Solutions to their
Uh,
problems.
yeah, and their bestseller sells feelings. ठीक है, ठीक
Mhm.
है, ठीक अच्छे बोले देना भाई, sorry.
Uh-huh. No, no
Okay.
worries, no worries.
मतलब I am a Bengali, ठीक है, तो
I
ठीक है,
completely understand. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. तो So yeah, so the bestseller sells your feelings. So if we can make the new set of clients or the upcoming set of clients
Mm-hmm.
feel like, okay, we are doing it for them, not for us, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
are solving everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they will definitely come. So we have to like deduce a product which can play with the feelings as well. Right?
I and I'll tell you how you actually build that yourself.
Mm,
There are a bunch of things which you do. You would reach way more than 10 lakhs a month. You don't understand the kind of potential that you guys have.
mm,
And the unfair advantage, by the way, that you have is your age. I'll tell you how you can utilize that. All right.
right.
Coming down to the three things, the three solutions to your pain point that you have is, first of all, the offer, right? So the offer needs to be fixed. Right
Yeah,
now what you're selling is just, oh, I sell 30 creative, oh, I sell 12 reels, or I sell 15 reels, I sell 12 creatives. That's
we
all
need
you're doing.
to like position our offer very well.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
for a business owner, which is probably your target audience, is a B2B services guy,
right.
for a business owner or a solopreneur, or even as a person, their goal won't their ROI won't come from 12 ROI. That's not attractive. For a business owner, the attractive thing would be, oh, this will help me achieve a particular revenue
Yeah.
milestone.
Mm-hmm.
This will help me get some ROI on the investment that I do on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If your services can be translated into a revenue goal, that offer is becomes irrefutable. So when you have to reach to that particular point, you have to first understand how do you make sure that the same offer is positioned in a way that in their mind it seems okay. You can justify whatever you're selling with numbers as well, because that's what get eventually translated into their minds. Now, how you can do that yourself, instead of just going ahead and selling a bunch of creatives and bundling it down, you could position yourself as a person who will take care of their personal brands. That is one suggestion. Wherein you will provide. So, how will you make sure that they have their personal brands? You'll be providing them with creatives that they can post onto their social media, LinkedIn, and all harvest that on all of the platforms that they have.
Mm,
Second thing, you also mentioned ads. After working, since personal branding is a very long game, so
mm.
eventually in the businesses of personal branding, the LTV of customers is usually high. So you can charge much lower in terms of monthly retainers. But if in the longer run, you'll make a lot of money. Because it's a long game. Of course, it takes very long time for someone to build a good personal brand. At least over
Okay.
6 months, right? To get the right results. So the first thing is, uh, if you can position yourself as someone who could help build founders. Now all you have is founders as a niche. Now you can double down, or you can simply go into the sub niches and find out, let's say, edtech founders. That's a very good niche out there. Now you can go to
Mm-hmm.
coaches. Now you can go to consultants. So not just founders, you have to find out the right niche, and that niche you'll find out only after testing. So for now, I'll just talk about founders, right? So you'll have to somehow help solve the pain point of building personal brands for all these founders by creating a bunch of creatives, handling their social media, and eventually running ads on these contents that you've produced to optimize all these eyeballs that they got in the, let's say, last 3 months.
And that's a very long game, which is
That's a
yeah,
very
long game, which
that's
is
a very long game. At the same
yeah.
time, this included all the three services that you wanted to sell.
Mm.
The quality of service was the same. The service was the same itself, but eventually the offer that we made out of all these three services was something which could be translated very easily into the minds of these founders. So now they
That
had.
is true. Mm.
Mhm.
No,
So
you continue.
yeah, uh, that is one positioning that you can do. Of course, there are a bunch of creative agencies as of now as well, which still are working without even thinking of personal branding as a service. But personal branding is a very hot niche right now. People are paying well, especially in India. I've seen a lot of people actually thinking about building personal brands just to sell their businesses. All these sharks in Shark Tank are essentially building their personal brands. They have seen huge and huge growth in whatever they're building. So
Mm.
personal brands do help a lot, and that is, by the way, something that's the second tip that I was sharing. You should do it as well. You have
Wow.
the As I mentioned, you have an unfair advantage of being young. Whenever
Mm.
your title starts with "I'm just 21 and I am doing this," "I'm just 21 and I am doing this," "this is what I did when I was 21." So when you utilize that factor of age, that's the hook for your creative, and then you can move on to the numbers you're doing, whatever you're doing. So simply by documenting your journey. So the thing about personal branding is not about getting views. It's about getting the right views.
Okay.
So in your content, you don't just speak language which gets you viral. Getting you 100k likes, a million views won't help. But getting you 100 views of potential 100 buyers will 100% help. So that's where you have to optimize. You don't have to make sure that your content is the best piece of content out there. You have to make sure that your content talks directly to your ICP. The ICP is ideal customer profile. So if you're
Mm.
targeting edtech founders, speak the language of edtech founders. If you're targeting coaches, speak the language of coaches. Speak workshops, speak appointments, speak no show up rates. So whatever you're selling, speak their language. Make sure that you connect to them. You don't have to be the person who gets viral about that, but also
Mm.
utilize your unfair advantage of your age at the same time. And since you already have a content agency, you can produce content on your own. That's very easy for you.
Yeah, we can. We can.
If you can do that, and I suggest you start literally after this call, you have a word with your team and you genuinely go ahead and think about what you want to do in terms of personal branding for your own
Mm-hmm.
self and how do you get the content and everything. We'll suggest you how we can help you in that as well.
Mm.
You will for sure, even if you don't start working with us, even if you don't even get the right acquisition channels in place, after the next 90 days, you will for sure start getting organic inquiries. And that will sustain your business and you won't even have to look at ads. Then you'll look at ads to scale even further, even beyond 10, 15 lakhs a month, 20 lakhs a month,
Mm.
right? Because personal branding is such an unfair, I'd say, it's an unfair acquisition channel because
Mm.
a lot of people believe that it doesn't work. Again, because it's still a very long game. But when it starts working, you don't have to rely on any other channel. That was the first step. You could potentially offer your services in a way that you could have personal brands in place. The second offering that you can do is you can go to ad creative niche. So if you're aware, there are corporates who are
Mm.
running ads. There are niches who are running ads to acquire clients for themselves as of now as well, but they
Yeah.
don't they have a media team as well, but of course the quality of the media team isn't very well in the corporate sector.
Mm.
So if you go to corporate ad video creation,
Mm.
that is something again that is worth way more, so you can get highly paid there, right? That is niche number 2, going out to corporates and help them in their ad creators, creating and shooting ads for them, right?
ठीक है.
So if you can promise them ads and at the same, so you can now, how do you position yourself again? You just can't go ahead and, oh, I'll just provide you ad creatives. Now you have to go there as we will handle your entire sales process. So all you have to do is close. How? You go to them, you say, I will run your meta ads. The
Mm.
ads that I'll run, the creatives that I create, that will be done by me. I will handle your social media again. See, now again, all these 3 services are being included. At the same time, I'll make sure all these translate into a right, a symphony so that all of these work together to get you the
But
highest
यहाँ
piece of
पे एक
appointment.
catch है
Yes.
कि every people say that okay these corporates and all they already have a social media team in house.
Yes, yes, of course. मैं तो
Yeah,
डेली बात
yeah.
करता हूँ.
फिर वही आता है कि नहीं ब्रो मेरा तो है सोशल मीडिया टीम है we don't require it and basically yeah this is the
So
main
very
thing
common
that
objection, and you know how you handle that?
how
You simply don't target those people. So that's
okay
where ads come in. The purpose of ads is essentially, that's the third point that I was talking about. And the best way to actually handle these is you simply target people who are either struggling with the current team or want to move forward. They have a very strong pain point. Or second, they don't even have a social media team and they simply just want to grow. They have the
Hmm.
money and they don't have the social media team. So that's you defining your ICP. People struggling with the problem of content, people struggling with the problem of ads, or people struggling with the problem of personal brands. People making at least 10 lakhs a month so that they can spend on you. People coming from, let's say, USA. So now you're defining your ICP. So,
yeah
the right step towards getting to 10 lakhs a month is step 1, define your ICP. Step 2, create the
Mhm.
right offer. The offer has to be backed by a guarantee as well or backed by some very good testimonials. I see you have a bunch of them on your website,
yeah we
right?
do have
So
hmm.
you have some big names, you can also utilize them and, harvest a lot of testimonials as much as you can from all these
Hmm.
calls, from all your clients, get video testimonials, get Trustpilot reviews, everything, because these people will ask you about that, right? In India, it's very testimonial heavy. Uh, so when you nail down the ICP and you nail down the offer, now the only thing which is left is how do you even get the ICP for your offer? What's the
Yeah.
bridge between that? And
Mhm.
that's where the acquisition channel comes in. That's the third part which I was going to talk about. Acquisition channel for you, the literally the best, and you simply can't deny that it doesn't work, is ads, paid acquisition. If you spend the right money on ads, you will get the right clients. That's literally the job of that platform. If it doesn't get you results, you will stop paying it, so it makes sure that you get results so that it also keeps making money. That's how the ecosystem works. So the only scalable and predictable method, that is a
Which platform are you talking about? Meta?
Meta.
Okay. Mm, mm.
Google Ads is nice, but not for our niche.
Yeah.
uh, so Meta, how now do you get the right acquisition channel? I'll be
Mm.
now suggesting you a funnel. Are you aware of the concept of funnels?
I am kind of, but
Mhm.
yeah,
No
please
worries.
enlighten me more.
When you go to the funnel, so think of it this way. Do you know the funnel that you ended up on this call with? Uh,
Yeah,
s-
I saw.
so basically, you saw an ad of myself, and then you eventually clicked on that ad. You saw a landing page where there was a video of me explaining the product. There was a low ticket product, which was
Mm,
designed to keep the entry barrier low to become a client of mine, and then I can further upsell you, which I'm doing you right now. Right? This is a sales call, of course.
mm,
Uh, what happens then? So when you purchase that product, my AI agent must have also messaged you. I'm not aware. So when that happens, you were qualified by answering a bunch of questions on my calendar. Based on that, then you proceeded to book a call with me. And then there were, of course, we had a conversation after we booked a call, some pre-qualification just before the call. You explained me about your current situation. I understood. I identified that I could potentially help you, and then we are here on this call. That
yeah.
is one. And the amount of money, so I'll give you a very basic example. The amount of money that I, as an agency owner, spend on my ads is net zero. How that happens is, so I'll come to the my funnels.
Can you repeat one more time?
I'll
Net
actually
zero?
net zero. So I'll come to that later on, how I actually run my entire marketing thing for free.
Mm.
But now I'll come to a very basic one, that is something that you've seen for years and years, and it actually works up till now, and it
But
won't actually
but
stop
but
working.
why not? Okay, it's like
Mm-hmm,
the personal brand and all is fine, very fine, like very
mm-hmm,
strong points, and I'll do
mm-hmm,
that also. For
mm-hmm,
me and for making other personal brands grow, okay?
mm-hmm,
Like personal आदमी me लोग can afford them to grow. This is a very strong point, okay? Solo
mm-hmm,
entrepreneurs and but what if like this is also I have okay make a module, let the AI handle it and let the like tell you variables जितना like क्या बोलते हैं possible है कि
mm-hmm.
like okay sign a client, book a meeting, I'll lock in a client, then the AI only does the rest of the work. I know.
You want to automate however much is possible in the client acquisition pipeline, correct? So
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I'm coming to that only.
Mm.
Let's imagine a pipeline. The
Mm.
it's called the VSL funnel. I don't know if you're aware of it.
I am not. I'm actually not aware of
Okay,
like
so let's
please
talk about
tell me
paid
better.
acquisition in general,
Mm.
right? So first I'll create the basics. The difference between cold outreach and paid acquisition is very simple. If there are 1,000 people that you see, which probably are your ICP from what you believe, and you
Yeah.
go to them and approach them, saying, "Okay, I have this particular offer, which can solve a potential pain point that you might have." And that
Mm.
is one problem that you came up with. These people, these corporate people already have a social media team. So you aren't also aware that even if they're struggling with the pain point that you're solving, right? So you go to your ideal ICP, you go to them and say, I have this offer. This might solve your problem. What do you
Mm.
think about this? And do you want to move forward? And there's the entire pipeline, then it continues. Whereas in paid acquisition,
I got it. The second part I got it. मतलब उसका problem है, that's for sure. I know that.
एग्जैक्ट सो देयर आर टू लेवल्स ऑफ अवेयरनेस फर्स्ट ऑफ
Yeah.
ऑल आईसीपी है ही है प्लस उसको प्रॉब्लम भी है ये सेकंड इज अनदर थिंग नाउ इफ यू आर अप्रोचिंग द कोल्ड आउटरीच गाय कोल्ड आउटरीच से आप किसी को अप्रोच कर रहे हो यू सेइंग आपका आप मेरे आईसीपी हो आप ये कर रहे हो आपको ये वाला पेन पॉइंट है आर यू इंटरेस्टेड इन माई ऑफर और द अदर गाइज ऑफर नाउ देर इज अ कॉम्पिटिशन बिटवीन योर ऑफर एंड अदर गाइज ऑफर ऑब्वियसली कॉम्पिटिशन एग्जिस्ट क्योंकि सेम पेन पॉइंट को और कोई भी सॉल्व कर रहा होगा ये
बिल्कुल.
तीनों चीजें गेट सॉल्व्ड इन एड्स हाउ बिकॉज if the guy wasn't interested to listen to your offer the guy wouldn't have clicked on your ad simple.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now
That.
you have three levels of awareness already cleared. The
Mm.
last part is basically, first of all, verifying all these three. And the second,
Yeah.
the fifth part is basically getting them on a call so that you can do the closing part.
Yeah.
A very basic, that's the very basic and fundamental difference between ads. That's how ads are better because you're paying for that eyeball that you just got.
Right.
Now, a very basic funnel that I would suggest to you that you should go with, and I'll tell you how much can you automate it, is having, of course, the top layer of the top part of the funnel is basically the ads, the ad creatives, right? You simply getting on a camera and start saying a bunch of stuff, start explaining your offer, calling out your ICP, and going ahead and saying, oh, if you're someone doing this, struggling with this, I am helping solve this. These are my results. If you are interested, click on the link below and book a call with me. When they click on that ad, they have to land upon a landing page.
Mm.
The landing page should consist of video. Why? Because that helps improve authority.
Mm.
Authority will eventually help you close better in your sales calls. It is
Mm.
said that sales is a component of marketing. If marketing is done right, sales calls becomes very easy, right? So if the guy is already sold in this entire process, it's very easy for you to close the guy in the final call.
Mm,
So you have to make sure that then there's a video of, a very long video of you just explaining a bunch of testimonials, a bunch of results that you've gotten for the ICP that you're targeting. All these people who are filling these lead forms are just again people who are interested in your offer, have the right pain point and your ideal customer as well. Now, the main part which a lot of businesses miss is qualification. How do you eventually qualify them? Would you actually go ahead and have a salesperson call them? That's not scalable, right?
mm,
So there are qualification channels. We did some qualification here just to understand the ICP, but we have to do a lot more qualification. How urgent the problem is for that person, how deep of a pain point is for that person, so that the guy is genuinely ready to throw in money to solve that problem. That's a very
mm.
good client, by the way. How do you move to that point? You have to have the right qualifications. You can qualify. There are a bunch of ways you can have someone in your team call them. You can have a WhatsApp conversation with that guy and qualify them. You can directly approach these guys and directly qualify. Take multiple follow-ups. The sales cycle goes long and long, and eventually I don't know how many months it takes for you to close a client, but we have minimized the process, and I'll show you
Mm.
how we have done that. But essentially there's a layer of qualification which has to be involved in this entire process, and then when these people are qualified for your offer, now is the time where you nudge them for a call. Of course, on the call page there are also a bunch of qualification questions, and then when these people book a call, here you are with that person sitting on that call, and now you can do the job of
Right,
closing, right?
right.
Up till the part of, now that's now a good news, up till the part of getting someone on a call to close that person, who the person was, by the way, already aware of your offer, already aware of probably the range of what you charge, was your ICP, was looking to solve your problem, is ready to probably spend in money as well. Up till this part, getting someone like that on a call with you can be automated.
Got it.
Closing, of course, has to be done by a human. That's what I'm doing right now, because no AI in this entire world is aware, is actually smart enough to do the part of closing. uh
Uh,
so how do you do that? How we actually do that? Up till now, do you have any questions?
no, no, I'm pretty clear.
Do you think having such a system would actually help?
Yeah, it will help because the like the outreach wala part will be automated. Then okay,
आउटरीच तो खत्म ही
finding.
हो जाएगी. दिस इज वेरी, व्हेन आई टेल यू द नंबर्स यू विल बी एक्चुअली शॉक्ड कितना अच्छा करता है ये फनल. सो वीएसएल फनल हैज बीन रनिंग, रसल ब्रंसन ने शुरू किया था क्लिक फनल्स के टाइम से, 15-20 साल
Mm,
हो गए रन होते हुए. इट्स वेरी गुड. सो
mm.
when you have these kinds of funnels running in, now I'll show you what we have for you.
Sure.
I'll quickly share my screen. So what we have essentially built is a qualification system
Now you'll
which,
actually pitch. Yeah.
अब मैं आ रहा हूँ पिचिंग पे नाउ, because I've suggested कि ये वाली चीजें हैं which will potentially, which is the best way, by the way. If you even don't go with these qualification systems or my own strategies, बस आप VSL
Mm,
funnel भी शुरू कर देते ना, आप मेरे को 90 दिन बाद मिलना बोलोगे, आज मैं सही बता दिया. Trust
mm,
me, the moment you start spending on ads on a
mm.
VSL, 3 steps में बता रहा हूँ. Create ads on a VSL funnel. Get a make sure there's a video of at least 10-minute long video explaining whatever you have, whatever the offer that you've created. That has to be very strong, targeted towards your
जी.
ICP. Have some
Mm.
basic level of qualification and get these people on calls. इतना part भी आप कर लेते हो ना, आपको इस सब की
कितना
जरूरत
पार्ट
नहीं
करना
पड़ेगी.
है? Can you come? I'm really sorry. I
Ads,
was checking the flowchart.
ads, getting a landing page with a very good VSL explaining the good offer that we just talked about. ढंग से बनाना उस offer को for your
हाँ
ICP.
जी, हाँ जी.
And making sure कि जब वो ऑफर आप एक्सप्लेन करते हो, there's a very basic lead form that they can fill, and when they fill that lead form, they land up on cal.com, calendly.com, जहाँ पे भी वो अपना आप स्लॉट बुक कर सकते हैं.
हाँ,
इतना अगर आप पार्ट कर सकते हो ना,
हाँ.
you will start seeing results immediately. There's nothing which will stop you to get these results. इतना
पक्का
आसान है.
से?
100 fucking %.
ठीक है,
You know
तो
why? You know why? So the problem that you struggle with while doing this three is high cost of spend. So when the amount of money that you'll be spending entirely on your ads will go up. So eventually there will be a point where you'll say, Azmat, अब मुझे optimize करना है for the amount of money that I spend on ads to
हुँ,
get the highest ROI. जब question ROI, अभी तो आपका there's no pipeline only. The moment you set up
नो,
pipeline, now the question will be of ROI. यार मैं इतना spend करता हूँ, what do I? So there's a metric called ROAS. You must have heard of it, return on ad spend. So
या,
मैं कितना spend
बस.
करता हूँ ads पे and how much do I get in return? So
हाउ
that
मच
will be,
व्हाट इज़ योर ये ROAS एज़ ऑफ नाउ? योर
हमारा
पर्सनल?
ROAS is between 5 to 10x,
डैम!
and that is
हम
just
लोग
for एक छोटा सा फंड दैट वी रन. उसके बियॉन्ड हाई टिकट में तो ऊपर चला जाता है. इट इज हमारे क्लाइंट्स का रोज मैंने 18 दिन में 15 गुना कर दिया था. तो दैट्स अ रिकॉर्ड दैट वी
बहुत है,
सेट बाय
बहुत है.
द.
हम लोग का भी लाइक रेस्टोरेंट का जो लाइक ROAS था लखनऊ का, हम लोग उनको लाइक 5 तक लेके आ गए थे. तो ही
इट्स अ
वाज़
गुड
वेरी
5 इज अ
हैप्पी.
वेरी गुड ROAS.
Actually, anything up like more than 2 is good.
हाँ, हाँ, वो तो है ही ऑफ कोर्स। सर्विस में इफ यू कैन गेट अबव 5x देन यू हैव अ सस्टेनेबल कि आप 1 साल तक नाउ यू कैन स्टिक टू दैट ऑफर एंड मीनव्हाइल द
करेक्ट,
फाउंडर कैन
करेक्ट,
थिंक कि
करेक्ट,
आप
करेक्ट।
आगे बियॉन्ड हाउ डू यू मूव फॉरवर्ड।
जी, जी, जी।
दैट्स वेरी ईज़ी बाय द वे टू रीच टू दैट पॉइंट इट्स वेरी ईज़ी बट उधर ऑप्टिमाइज़ करने में टाइम लग जाता है। टू डेवलप दिस
हाँ,
एंटायर फनल वी टुक 3 मंथ्स हमको अपना फनल क्रैक करने में 3 महीने लग गए। इसलिए मैं हमेशा 90 डे का मेट्रिक लेके चलता हूँ कि सबको अपना-अपना क्रैक करने में एटलीस्ट 3 महीने लगते हैं। आफ्टर 90 days you have a machine set up with you where you know कि यार if I spend X amount of money I'll get 5x out of it. So now
जी,
all
जी,
you have to do is scale beyond that.
जी।
But that comes after 90 days worth of clarity, 90 days of worth of failing and getting few clients out of it, and then finally getting the right machine in place.
हुँ, हुँ,
Right? हमने क्या किया है मैं बताता हूँ हमने क्या किया है सो वी हैव दिस लीड क्वालिफिकेशन सिस्टम इन प्लेस
हुँ।
इसका काम है ऑफ डूइंग द पार्ट आफ्टर किसी ने कोई लीड सबमिट कर दिया अब लीड कहाँ से आ सकती है लीड आपके इंस्टाग्राम के चैट से आ सकती है व्हाट्सएप पे डायरेक्टली आ सकती है लीड आपके आपने कोई लीड फॉर्म वाली ऐड रन करी वहां से आ सकती है देयर कैन बी अ लैंडिंग पेज वेयर पीपल कैन फिल द लीड फॉर्म एंड देन देयर इज अ लीड आइडियली देर आजकल जो लोग करते हैं इट इज कि ओके हम उन सबके पास व्हाट्सएप चैटबॉट्स एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट सबके पास है बट किसी के पास ना वो तरीका नहीं है हाउ डू यू इवन कनेक्ट योर व्हाट्सएप चैटबॉट टू दीज लीड्स
राइट।
ये वाला तरीका ना सबका ब्रिज मिसिंग है तो हमने वो वाला पार्ट कर दिया है दैट इज द फर्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द सिस्टम इट इज लीड कैप्चर द मोमेंट कहीं से भी लीड कैप्चर हो जाता है ना किसी भी सोर्स से द मोमेंट आर सिस्टम्स रिसीव अ लीड आर सिस्टम्स विल इंस्टेंटली अप्रोच दैट गाय इंस्टेंटली उनको एक मैसेज जाता है उनके व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर
हुँ, हुँ।
वाई व्हाट्सएप इन इंडिया हाईएस्ट रिस्पॉन्स रेट इन यूएई हाईएस्ट रिस्पॉन्स रेट इन यूके हाईएस्ट रिस्पॉन्स रेट यूएस में जाओगे इट इज टेक्स्ट तो वहां पे टेक्स्ट में मैसेज जाता है राइट
हुँ।
डिपेंड्स ऑन द कंट्री instantly WhatsApp पे message जाएगा. The guy then proceeds. There are a bunch of questions being asked. How does that happen? Now I'll show you how does that happen. So I'll have a very basic dashboard. This is something that we provide to our clients. So I'll open it.
करेक्ट।
When we come to that, proceed. हाँ, so let's say किसी ये जोसेफ जॉर्ज कोई था जो आज ही आया है apparently.
हुँ।
इसका मैसेज आया proceed now. ना इसका भी मैसेज तब आया जब हमने इसको सामने से मैसेज किया था. हमने भी नहीं किया था हमारे ये
अच्छा,
सिस्टम ने एक्चुअली किया था.
अच्छा, अच्छा।
So the guy clicked on an ad, filled the lead form, of course, was qualified enough, and then eventually our systems approached that guy. The guy said, proceed. Then my
हुँ।
AI chatbot did the part of asking a bunch of questions. What kind of a business are you running? How are you currently getting clients? What's your revenue? The guy said 5 lakhs. Okay, it lies in my niche. In India, if you're making above $5,000, it's good, right? So the
गुड।
chatbot said, okay, honestly, based on what you said, I think there's something that we should discuss over a meet. Would you be open to a meet? He said yes, and then when do you want to connect? Give us a moment. Let me check for calendar slots. It's talking like a real human. So of
या।
course today was all booked up. So the guy asked for okay, how about 5 p.m. tomorrow? So eventually, the call was booked for let's say I guess 2 p.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah. So eventually the call was booked for 2 p.m. and the chat got handed over. So essentially, so this entire follow up was taken by the agent. So it takes follow ups, it does the process of qualification. नहीं काम करता
हुँ,
disqualify कर देता है नहीं बात करता
ओके।
आगे ठीक है so it handles all of that हमको सारी ये leads and information भी आपकी भी दिखी जाएगी यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं ये right so see आपका यहाँ
जी,
पे दिख गया so this was the entire information that we got for example you answered all these questions so we got all the information that you had है ना
हुँ।
कि आपने क्या 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 किया है एंड कौन से एड से आप आए बाय द हम लोग वो भी ट्रैक करते हैं टू दैट पॉइंट अप टिल
कैसे?
नाउ सो वही तो हमारा है प्रोप्राइटरी सिस्टम
ओके, ओके, ओके।
सो वी ट्रैक कि कौन सी एड से आप आए उसकी आईडी कहाँ है बैकग्राउंड में हमको ऑफ कोर्स पता है कौन सा कैंपेन था कौन सा कंटेंट देखा सोर्स क्या था आईजी यू सॉ एन एड ऑन इंस्टाग्राम यू वर
या,
पेड यू
या।
पेड फॉर दिस कॉल एंड देन इवेंचुअली यहाँ पे वो आपके साथ की चैट कितनी आपके साथ फॉलो लेने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी क्योंकि आपने इवेंचुअली कॉल बुक कर ली थी देन देयर इज सो व्हाट इज इट एग्जैक्टली इसको भी क्वालिटी एजेंट है जो मैंने आपको दिखाया इट्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग डैशबोर्ड तो हो क्या रहा है बेसिकली लीड कैप्चर हो रहा है एंगेज कर रहा है दिखा दिया मैंने आपको इट क्वालिफाइज बुक्स कॉल ऑन चैट नो कैलेंडर लिंक्स बिंग सेंड ताकि उसके लिए बहुत ह्यूमन लगे अपॉइंटमेंट इज बुक्ड नाउ आफ्टर एन अपॉइंटमेंट इज बुक्ड आपको भी जो बुकिंग कन्फर्मेशन मैसेज आएगा देयर मस्ट हैव बीन अ लिंक इन दैट कि प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस वीडियो बिफोर यू कम ऑन दैट कॉल
या, आई सॉ।
है ना सो दैट पेज इज कॉल्ड अ प्री कॉल पेज दैट इज सो आई ओपन दैट पेज दिस इज दैट पेज I'll open that in mobile view again. Now, the purpose of a pre-call page, this you will require as well, by the way, in high ticket niche, it's very required. ये पेज पे ना आप ऑफर को फर्दर एक्सप्लेन करते हो यू फर्दर क्वालिफाई द पर्सन यू फर्दर आंसर अ bunch of questions that the person might have in the mind जैसे आपके कुछ सवाल थे यू डायरेक्टली कॉल्ड मी
हुँ।
ये वाले सवाल यहाँ पे हैंडल होते हैं सर ये सी 6 minute लॉन्ग वीडियो ऑफ मी वहाँ लिखा भी है एन एजेंसी ऑन कोच कंसल्टेंट हु स्पेंडिंग मनी ऑन एड्स दैट्स माय आईसीपी कि वो ऑलरेडी स्पेंड कर रहा है कभी पास में किया है कभी कैसा किया है तो फिर स्ट्रगल कर रहा है फिर भी क्लाइंट्स गेट करने के लिए फिर मैं उसको सिखाता हूँ कि कैसे अपना स्लॉट बुक करना है आपको ईमेल आई होगी इनवाइट की उसको यस सिलेक्ट कर लो फिर मेरे खुद के ट्रस्टपाइलट रिव्यूज़ मेरे प्रीवियस क्लाइंट्स के कहाँ-कहाँ आए हैं, जहाँ से यहाँ से आ रहे हैं रिव्यूज़। उसके बाद यहाँ मेरे कुछ एफएक्यूज़। अच्छा, अब ये एफएक्यूज़ मैंने यहाँ पे इसीलिए डाले हैं सो दैट सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चन्स, सम ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्शंस दैट आई विल बी गेटिंग ऑन द कॉल कैन बी हैंडल्ड हियर। द मोमेंट समवन गोज़ थ्रू इतना प्रोसेस, सॉ एन
हुँ।
एड, 60 सेकंड का कंटेंट वहाँ कंज़्यूम किया, वहाँ समझा कि अच्छा ये मेरे लिए है। सॉ लैंडिंग पेज, 5 मिनट की वीडियो वहाँ पे देखी, समझा अच्छा ये ऑफर मेरे लिए ही है, परफेक्ट है, मैं लीड फॉर्म भरता हूँ। फिल दैट फॉर्म, got qualified by the chat, booked an appointment, eventually before even getting on the appointment, saw
But
this page. Yeah, go ahead.
but we cannot stretch it to a much like lengthy extent, so that will also
अच्छा,
turn
अब
off
ये
the
this
client.
is a हाँ, very good question, very good observation. I'll tell you the sweet spot. So this is how I usually explain ये friction to my clients. In
हुँ।
high ticket, basically, the lower the price of the product, the least amount of friction that you need. आपने देखा होगा in D2C people optimize for literally every fucking shit. कि आपने क्लिक किया तो add to cart क्लिक करते ही buy now का पेज खुल जाना चाहिए, रिजल्ट पे खुल जाना चाहिए. The
हाँ, हाँ,
friction
सही बात।
has to be reduced so that people can directly pay. छोटा सा तो पैसा दे देना भाई, जल्दी क्यों आना कहानी कर रहा है.
हाँ, 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 हाँ।
बट देन द मोमेंट हाई टिकट बढ़ता आता है, ऑफ कोर्स लोगों की स्पेंडिंग पावर के हिसाब से उनके क्वेश्चन भी बढ़ते आते हैं कि
हुँ,
यार
हुँ।
शुड आई इवन पे फॉर इट. आपको बहुत नर्चर करना पड़ता है सामने वाले बंदे को टू गेट समवन ऑन अ कॉल. द
या
मोमेंट प्राइस बढ़ेगा, फ्रिक्शन बढ़ते जाता है. आपने देखा होगा देन इफ देयर आर कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स, एलन वेलन वाले वाले जो होते थे, बायजूस वाले होते थे, घर पे आ जाते थे लिटरली मावा से बात करने के लिए,
हाँ, हाँ, देखा,
है
देखा।
ना. सो इतना
हाँ।
अगर इन लोगों को क्वालिफिकेशन करना पड़ रहा है जस्ट टू सेल अ हाई टिकट प्रोडक्ट, दैट्स वेयर द पार्ट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन कम्स इन. तो इतना भी नहीं बढ़ाना, विच इज अ वेरी राइट ऑब्जर्वेशन फ्रॉम योर साइड कि यार आए ही ना बंदा,
हाँ।
और इतना भी नहीं कम करना कि यार वो आए और चला जाए. तो इसीलिए
हुँ,
जो लोग रखते हैं सिर्फ एक लीड फॉर्म, जो वो फिल करें और फिर देखते हैं कि भाई लोग आ जाएंगे, इतने घटिया क्वालिटी के लोग आते हैं, वो लोग मीटिंग पे शो अप भी नहीं करते हैं. कोई घंटा ये
हुँ,
सब बढ़ाया है बाय द वे इसलिए आता था कि वो मीटिंग पे आए तो सही, शो अप तो करे.
हुँ,
वो कैसे होगा? सो दिस इज द एनालॉजी दैट आई गिव. सो वी आर
ओके।
क्रिएटिंग वॉल्स, बट उस वॉल में देयर इज अ डोर विच ओनली अलाउज द राइट पर्सन टू टेक एंट्री इनसाइड आवर ऑफर.
हुँ,
अब वो जो डोर है वो मैं डिजाइन ही ऐसे करूंगा कि अगर कोई साला 5 मिनट भी नहीं दे सकता ना मेरे से बात करने से पहले मेरे को,
हुँ, हुँ। तो
प्रॉब्लम
फिर
मैं
वो
सोच
क्यों
सकती
है? मत आओ भाई,
मत
सही
आओ
बात।
भाई, मत आओ, you'll be a pain in the ass when I work with you. एक दिन तो इतनी कॉल्स थी मैं तो थक ही गया था लेते लेते. ये देखो.
हुँ।
सो दीज आर द नंबर ऑफ कॉल्स दैट वी बुक्ड इन February. इससे पहले जनवरी में हमने एड्स बंद कर दी थी, फेब में हमने वापस करी थी, दिसंबर इज व्हेन वी स्टार्टेड दिस फनल. ऐसे करते करते इवेंचुअली हम लोग मार्च पे आए. फिर
Can I अच्छा you said कि these ads costed you $0 you
हाँ, मैं
said.
उधर भी आने वाला हूँ, वो इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट है, वो बड़ा हुक करके रखा है मैंने आपको थ्रू आउट वहां से.
हुँ,
बट
हुँ।
हाँ, so these are the appointments which I booked by paying zero on ads. I'll tell you how. अभी तक do you have any doubt in terms of the funnel जो
नो,
मैंने अभी तक बताया आपको?
नहीं।
Perfect. So one last part about this and then I'll directly come to the offer. ठीक है.
श्योर, 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 श्योर।
मैंने अभी आपको इसका लीड कैप्चर बता दिया, इंस्टेंट एंगेजमेंट, आईसीपी क्वालिफिकेशन, अपॉइंटमेंट बुक कर देता है. देन देयर इज पोस्ट बुकिंग नर्चर. इट्स अ वेरी ह्यूज प्रॉब्लम. 100 कॉल में बुक तो कर रहा हूँ, आप शो अप कितने करते हैं उसमें से? 70 शो अप करते हैं.
जी।
इट्स अ वेरी गुड शो अप रेट. अगर इतना शो अप रेट नहीं है तो उनके पोस्ट बुकिंग खराब होती है. बुक करने के बाद वो लोग भूल जाते हैं कि अच्छा अब आ जाएगा, नहीं आते ऐसे क्लाइंट्स. सो यू हैव टू हैव अ पोस्ट बुकिंग
हुँ,
नर्चर. पोस्ट बुकिंग नर्चर में देयर आर 5 टच पॉइंट्स दैट वी हैव हमारे एआई सिस्टम्स में. 3 बार मैसेज जाता है उनको, 2 बार एआई कॉल्स जाती है उनको, एंड देन फाइनली ये लोग कॉल पर आ जाते हैं. आपके केस में नहीं गई होगी, मैं बताता हूँ क्यों नहीं गई होगी. ऑफ कोर्स ये सारी चीज़ें हो गई. डू यू थिंक ये इतना क्वालिफिकेशन अगर हम कर रहे हैं और सब कुछ ऑटोमेटेड है, ये तो लिटरली इट्स अ सेल्स एजेंट, लिटरल सेल्स एजेंट
हुँ, हुँ,
हैंडलिंग
हुँ।
एंटायर प्री सेल्स बुकिंग कॉल्स विद द जॉब ऑफ एन अपॉइंटमेंट सेटर बाय द वे,
हाँ जी।
राइट. व्हाट डू यू थिंक इफ दिस इज एम्प्लॉयड विद द एड फनल्स एंड एवरीथिंग? डू यू थिंक इट विल गेट यू द राइट पीपल इन योर कैलेंडर?
It should.
श्योर.
It
आप
will, I
सोल्ड ऑन
don't
द
know, it
आइडिया.
should.
हाँ, बट आपको ऐसा लगता है, ऑफ कोर्स वो तो वेल का तो मेरे को भी नहीं पता. बट
हाँ, और क्या।
वो, बट
See,
करंट
we
जैसे दिख रहा
we
है.
we also don't give clients 100% श्योरिटी कि ना सर हम लोग आपको ना इतना धंधा बना के कि क्या देंगे, ठीक है? क्योंकि वो तो पॉसिबल है भी नहीं, अब अप्स एंड डाउन है।
ऑफ
तो
कोर्स, ऑफ
इट
कोर्स.
शुड इट शुड इट शुड आई मीन
अच्छी
आई
बात
एम
ये है कि
फॉरवर्ड टू दैट।
मैं गारंटी देता हूँ. मेरे को मैं धंधे की नहीं देता, बट मैं कैन, क्योंकि आफ्टर आई गिव यू, माय पर्पस इज टू गिव यू ये इतने क्वालिटी लोग नॉकिंग एट योर डोर. अब वो आपके घर में घुसेंगे कि नहीं, वो आपकी क्लोजिंग स्किल पे डिपेंड करता है.
जी, जी,
सो
बिल्कुल।
मैं आई कैन गिव यू गारंटी कि भाई आई विल मेक श्योर दैट 90 डेज में आपको 50 हाईली क्वालिफाइड वो ला के दूंगा. अगर आपको ऑफर साइज 1-1.5 लाख के ऊपर का है तो यू कैन easily गेट 50 लाख वर्थ ऑफ रेवेन्यू. अब मैं आपको 50 हाईली क्वालिफाइड कॉल ला के दूंगा. अब वो आपकी क्वालिटी उस पर डिपेंड करता है, आपके क्लोजिंग क्वालिटी पे, कि आप उन 50 लोगों में से कितने लोगों को कन्वर्ट कर पाते हो. जब तक मैं 50 नहीं दूंगा तब तक मैं आपके लिए फ्री में काम करूंगा. दैट्स आर गारंटी. इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग है हम लोग अपने ऑफर में.
चल
हमारे खुद के 150 बन जाते हैं तो
अच्छी।
अपन को क्या वो करना. तो मेरे को पता है कि मैं ला के दे सकता हूँ.
So this is your like pitch that till the time you give me a 50 clients, 50 calls. qualitative because you won't be charging anything. After that, you'll
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
be
not
charging.
like that, not like that, not like that.
Okay.
I'll tell you. So here
Yeah,
comes the
of
pitch.
course.
Before I go to the pitch, एक last question और फिर मैं pitch पे जाऊंगा क्योंकि I need to understand कि are you sure कि the thing which is keeping you from reaching your goal situation from your current situation was the problem of the right acquisition pipeline,
Yeah.
and you believe that this, if implemented in the right manner, would
Mm.
potentially help you reach that goal?
Yeah.
Perfect,
because
perfect, lovely.
because I am facing the problem of lead generation only mean.
Yes, yes,
And I have beautiful people in my team जो अगर
वो तो
बैठ
I
के
can see.
टेक्निकल नॉलेज में क्लाइंट ने कहना दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा खराब कि वाह
Perfect, perfect, perfect. वो तो quality of service, of course I can see if you had already been to that potential. All right, this is my offer to you right now.
ड्रम रोल
अभी तक जो मैंने आपको दिया वो that was consultation which you can do it yourself as well. But now how we can help you do all of this?
यस
I will handle the ads for you. I will handle the offer positioning. मैं बैठूंगा आपके साथ, अपन दोनों बैठ के डिसाइड करेंगे कैसे पोजीशन करना है, एक नहीं काम के दूसरा डिसाइड करेंगे. इट्स अ लॉन्ग गेम.
अच्छा
ऑफर पोजीशनिंग, आईसीपी डिफाइन कैसे करना है, किसको बेचना है, क्या बेचना है, कैसे बेचना है. आई विल डिजाइन द फनल फॉर यू. I will manage that funnel for you. I will create the right landing page and integrate it with the right AI systems for you.
ओके
आई विल ऑल्सो हेल्प यू कि क्या आप ऐड क्रिएट करोगे, क्योंकि मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि कैसे ऐड पे क्या बोलना है, क्या क्रिएट करना है मेरी एक्सपीरियंस से, किस तरह की ऐड ज़्यादा काम करती हैं. ऐड क्रिएटिव्स ऑफ कोर्स आप ही को बनाने की देनी पड़ेगी क्योंकि अब हम लोग अलग अलग रहते हैं तो मैं आपके घर पे आके नहीं बना, बट आई थिंक वो तो यू कैन हैंडल विद क्रिएटिव एजेंसी.
या वी कैन डू दैट बट
है
या
ना.
श्योर हो
यू
जाएगा
नीड गाइडेंस कि क्या बनाना है, दैट हेल डू. है ना. अप टिल द पॉइंट ऑफ गेटिंग समवन ऑन अ कॉल विद यू, वो मेरी सरदर्दी होगी. आई हैंडल द अकाउंटेबिलिटी, आई हैंडल द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग people on your calendar.
ओके
You take care of two things. First, spending money on ads. Second, taking those calls. Make sure कि आप सारे calls को ले रहे हो. And you have one single person in your sales वाली team, ठीक है, that can simply just send a single call just before the meeting कि भाई आप आ रहे हो ना, आ जाओ चलो कॉल पे बैठते हैं. तो आई विल हैंडल एवरी सिंगल थिंग. मेरी टीम सारा देखेगी, ऑटोमेशन बनाएगी. इट्स 3 phase थिंग. हम 3 हिस्सों में आपके पूरे बिजनेस को ट्रांसफॉर्म करने की कोशिश करेंगे. इट्स कॉल्ड AI ग्रोथ पार्टनरशिप, AGP. फर्स्ट मंथ में विल बी डेवलपिंग द राइट सिस्टम्स, सब कुछ बनाएंगे, डिजाइन, मार्केट रिसर्च, और फर्स्ट मंथ में हम लोग पायलट एड्स रन करेंगे जस्ट टू वार्म अप द अकाउंट एंड सी की मार्केट का हाल क्या है, अपने ऑफर पे लोग बिक रहे हैं कि नहीं बिक रहे हैं, ऑफर प्राइसिंग कैसी है, सही प्राइस टेस्ट करेंगे. जो लोग कॉल्स पे आ रहे हैं तो थोड़े बहुत कॉल्स आपको मिलने शुरू हो जाएंगे बाय द लास्ट वीक. सो विल सी कि
ओके
अच्छा जो कॉल्स आ रही हैं वो हो रही हैं कि नहीं आ रही हैं, वो किस तरह की कॉल है, लोग सही है कि नहीं. देन इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ यू गिविंग अस फीडबैक. ओके अजमत, नाउ वी हैव टू ट्यून इन क्वालिफिकेशन अ बिट सो दैट इतनी हाई क्वालिटी भी ना आए, इतनी लो क्वालिटी भी नहीं आए. तब तक वो राइट आईसीपी नहीं आएगा, तब तक हम लोग ट्यून करते रहेंगे उसको. क्वालिफिकेशन बढ़ाएंगे घटाएंगे बढ़ाएंगे घटाएंगे. इवेंचुअली देन द सेकंड मंथ इज ऑल अबाउट गोइंग फुल फ्लेज्ड एड्स. फुल एड्स रन करेंगे, सस्टेन करेंगे, देखेंगे क्या होता है. सेकंड मंथ इज वेयर यू एक्सपेक्ट एक्शन, जहाँ पे यू स्टार्ट एक्चुअली जनरेटिंग द आरओआई एंड एवरीथिंग. सारा पैसा वहाँ जनरेट होता है. थर्ड मंथ, अब सेकंड मंथ इज ऑल्सो अबाउट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन, उसमें सिर्फ ऑप्टिमाइजेशन रहती है. Based on whatever the feedback that we get from ads, we keep optimizing the systems. Third month is where we decide where to scale. अब अपन को अगर दिख रहा है तो we call it the fire number, the ROAS. तो अगर आपको दिख रहा है कि if I spend 100 rupees, that's a example figure by the way, 100 rupees मैं spend करता हूँ, मुझे एक अपॉइंटमेंट मिल जाता है. For every 10 appointments I'm closing 3, that's my 30% closing rate. अब मुझे पता है भाई कि if I have to close एक सिंगल तो मेरे को 300 रुपये स्पेंड करने पड़ेंगे. तो मेरा acquisition cost 300 500 रुपये हो गया. 500 रुपये मेरा अगर acquisition cost है, now I need to acquire 8 new clients. और अभी मेरी मेरी कंपनी कैन सस्टेन 5 मोर क्लाइंट्स. और मेरे को 5 ही चाहिए, तो मैं सिंपली 5 times 5 2500 आई विल स्पेंड ऑन एड्स एंड देन
या क्योंकि आज मैं आई टेल यू समथिंग आई डोंट हैव अ प्लान टू गेट 20 क्लाइंट्स
सेम एंड नोबडी डज. हमको सिर्फ कुछ क्वालिटी
या
क्लाइंट्स चाहिए रहते हैं. यस आई एम
हाँ
अवेयर.
हम मुझे से 5 चाहिए ठीक है
अरे
अच्छे 5 चाहिए राइट
ट्रस्ट मी इट विल बी वेरी इजी टू गेट 5 क्लाइंट्स, बहुत आसानी मिल
then
जाएंगे.
then probably when we are settled
स्केल,
with these plans smooth scale yeah right
स्केल, स्केल, दैट्स वेयर यू स्केल ऑफ कोर्स. तो दैट्स द लास्ट मंथ बाय द वे, जहाँ पे हम जब सेकंड मंथ तक हमारा धीरे धीरे अपन गोल के नजदीक पहुंच जाते हैं. तो थर्ड मंथ का पूरा गोल ये रहता है कि अगर नहीं पहुंचे तो वहां तक स्केल कर जाए. थर्ड मंथ का इवेंचुअल फाइनल गोल ये रहेगा कि यार नाउ वी आर रेडी टू स्केल बियॉन्ड दिस. तो 90 दिनों के बाद आई विल लीव यू विद अ मशीन वेयर यू कैन स्पेंड सम एक्स अमाउंट एंड गेट वो
we will
अंदर
leave
से निकला.
mm,
अब अच्छा वहां पे देयर इज अ डिसीजन. आइडियली मेरा काम वहां पे खत्म हो जाता है बिकॉज नाउ यू हैव द राइट स्केलिंग स्ट्रेटजी टू रीच टू अप टिल द पॉइंट ऑफ मेकिंग 35-40 lakhs a month.
mm,
उसके बियॉन्ड इफ यू स्टिल वांट टू स्टे व्हिच मोस्ट ऑफ द क्लाइंट्स वांट, उनको चाहिए रहता है कि मैं रुकूं, तब देयर इज ओनली मार्केटिंग लेफ्ट. तो हम लोग वहां पे रहते हैं, हम लोग अपने सिस्टम्स में कीप एनरोलिंग न्यू अपडेट्स, वी कीप एनरोलिंग नई नई चीजें. सो दिस इज बेसिकली इट. एंड फ्रॉम व्हाट आई बिलीव आई गेस यू ओनली सेड अगर ये सब हो जाता है तो इट सॉल्व्स द प्रॉब्लम. यू कैन
it
ऑब्वियसली सी
should
द क्लैरिटी. It should, it should, and it will, and until it doesn't, we will be there and we'll keep working. So हमारी जो cost रहती है, the thing that we charge, it's for 90 days. नहीं हुआ ना 90 दिन में, मैं फ्री में काम करूंगा until I'll make sure कि हो. वैसे तो मैं बता रहा हूँ, हमारा रिकॉर्ड है 18 दिन में,
तुम्हारा
यूजुअली
हो जाएगा, यही बात है,
एवरेज 2
यू
महीने.
आर लाइक वेरी लाइक कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट दैट। बट
Exactly.
या अगर नहीं हुआ तो यू हैव दैट बैकअप सिस्टम कि हाँ
Guaranteed as
चलो।
well.
या
Exactly, exactly. You don't have to worry about that. हम लोग, we are very sure in terms of the services that we provide. So that is that. Any doubt up till now? So now let's come to the final price wala part. So for this we charge. There are two components to this entire thing. First is a setup fees and then there's a retainer fees.
ठीक है,
So the setup fees,
प्रॉब्ली रिटेनर कम होगा सेटअप फी का
retainer,
तो।
हाँ, exactly. So the setup fees is जो आपने वहाँ पे देखी थी, it was 50K. So for 50K we essentially set up this entire system. That is first month for you, right? We start
अच्छा,
initial campaign
50,000।
50,000. Yeah.
ओके,
The
50।
next 2 months is the retainer wherein we handle all of the other things, and that is 25K 25K. So it's 1 lakh rupees worth एक पूरा वो 3 महीने का वो, and we start with 50K as the setup fees, then there's
ऐड कितना
25K
है?
ad
ऐड अलग
spend.
से?
Like हाँ, ad spend has to be different. So ad spend वही recommended is like, if you're running in India 800 to 1000, if you're running in UAE again similar prices you can see उसके आसपास. But अगर if you look at the total investment from your side up
या
till
टेल
the तो सेकंड मंथ में मेजर एड स्पेंड हो रहा होगा ना, तो फर्स्ट मंथ का तो
मी।
कुछ चिंदी चिंदी 4-5 हज़ार जाएगा, तो उसको अगर मैं हटा दूँ तो सेकंड मंथ यू कैन काउंट, अगर हम 1000 रुपीज पर डे से 30K उधर गया, थर्ड मंथ लेट्स से हम स्केल नहीं करते उसी पे रहते हैं, स्केल करेंगे तो ऑफकोर्स तभी करेंगे जब पैसा आएगा, पर अगर हम उसी पे रहे तो इट्स 60K, तो तक गया तो गया, दैट इज 60K इन टर्म्स ऑफ एड स्पेंड, जो आपका 2 महीने के स्पैन में हो रहा होगा वाइल यू हैव दिस, एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगर लो टिकट आ गया तो वो भी ऑप्टिमाइज हो जाएगा. So that is when we have the right low ticket, and if you choose to go with personal
लो
branding,
टिकट।
लो टिकट वाला फनल जो मैंने आपको दिखाया ना, जो पहले वाले को फंड कर
राइट,
देता है,
राइट।
तो
तो फिर
आपका एड
वी
स्पेंड
कैन
सेटल हो
टेक
जाएगा.
द फंड्स फ्रॉम द एंड वी कैन डू
तो
समथिंग।
कभी कभी ऐसा होता है लो टिकट इतना अच्छा काम कर जाता है कि हमारा भी उसी सेटल में आता है, तो आप उधर से पे कर देते हो. कभी
हाँ,
कभी क्या मुझे तो ऐसे ही होता है यूजली.
तो फिर
तो
एक काम करो भाई, इजी करो मेरे लिए, लो लो टिकट, बट लो टिकट बनाओ एक्चुअली, जरूरी है आई गेस।
चलेगा चलेगा, तो ये विल हैव टू गो द पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग, थोड़ा सा एआई डालना पड़ेगा आपके इसके अंदर, चलेगा, आपके बिजनेस में ज्यादा सेल होगा इफ यू इंट्रोड्यूस एआई. चलेगा चलेगा, वी कैन
हाँ,
डू दैट. ओके. एंड व्हाट डू यू
एंड
थिंक? एंड मैं कह रहा हूँ कब शुरू कर रहे हैं फिर हम, मैं तो ये
अच्छा,
सवाल पूछता हूँ.
हाँ, सो बेसिकली आई हैव अ काउंटर डील, ठीक है।
हाँ, गो अहेड.
व्हाट इफ नो, दिस इज फाइन, आई विल डेफिनेटली थिंक अबाउट दिस वन, ठीक है। अभी
Mhm,
अभी मैं लाइक अभी मैं देखूंगा इसका पूरा, आई विल डेफिनेटली कम बैक टू यू इन लाइक 3-4 days फॉर विद दिस, एंड आई डेफिनेटली कम बैक, ठीक है।
mhm,
अच्छा, एंड मेरा मेरा काउंटर डील है कि व्हाट इफ आई गिव यू फॉर एवरी क्लाइंट यू लाइक ब्रिंग मी, ठीक है,
mhm.
you take a commission out of it.
Okay, that's a good deal.
Tell me that 50 clients you are okay, you are bringing me 5,000 clients, जो भी 50 clients हमने sign, like मैंने किया sign, you take commission out of it, तुम्हारा ज्यादा बनेगा that
So
way.
we operate on rev share. Of
हम्म,
course, setup cost तो रहती है, that can't be eliminated. But जो second वाला जो third month में रहता है ना, the next 60K, that there is 50K that you can avoid entirely. अगर हम rev share पे जाते हैं तो, yeah, we can do that. I have no issues. We can talk about the terms की कैसे करना है. 50% भी नहीं लेते हम rev share में, don't worry, मैं इतना ही charge करता हूँ. We can go
कितना
बहुत
लेते हो
low.
तुम लोग बताओ।
यूजुअली हम लोग का रेफ शेयर इज अराउंड 20-25%, सो हम लोग उसके नीचे ही रहते हैं. सो इट्स ऑल्सो थोड़ा सा आपके लिए भी तो पैसा बनना चाहिए ना यार. मेरा ये है,
बिल्कुल।
मेरा क्या रहता है फंडा, कि अगर मैं आपको पैसा बना के दे दूंगा, इवेंचुअली मैं आपको बहुत अपसेल कर दूंगा, मैं बहुत कुत्ता आदमी हूँ, आपको मैं
नहीं नहीं
आपको बता नहीं रहा
नहीं
हूँ.
नहीं मेरा नहीं मेरा मेरा ये प्लान है कि अब तुम अगर मुझे अगर क्लाइंट दे रहे हो भाई, ठीक है, अच्छा, देन वी हैव टू गेट क्वालिटी क्लाइंट्स कि ना तुम्हारा भी अभी पैसा बने भाई उससे,
ऑफ
राइट।
कोर्स, तब मेरा भी रोल रहेगा ना उसके अंदर कि आई एम आल्सो मेकिंग मनी, सो आई हैव टू थिंक अबाउट दिस. यस यस, दैट्स माय एंटायर. सी वी वर्क ऑन रेव शेयर, we can easily work on rev share. Terms remain the same, everything remains the same, the spend, ad spend, ये वो strategy सब कुछ वही रहेगा, but the retainer cost is completely eliminated. It is completely performance basis. Of course
या,
setup has to be there because वो तो मेरे को भी अपने end से
बट
जाना पड़ता है.
फॉर दैट यू शुडंट लाइक, नहीं भाई इसका काम हम लोग रेव शेयर में है तो इसका काम मैं ना थोड़ा सा पीछे करता हूँ, तो
हाँ
कोई
हाँ हाँ
बात
हाँ हाँ, नहीं वो नहीं होता. एक तो ये चीज़ भी है.
हाँ,
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल
हम्म,
रेव शेयर इज नॉट ऑफर टू एवरीवन. रेव शेयर
या,
सिर्फ उन लोगों के लिए ही है विच आर, जिनका ऑफर एटलीस्ट $1000-1500 के आसपास है, वरना
क्योंकि
मैं कुछ नहीं बनाऊंगा.
क्योंकि ब्रदर टीम इतना स्ट्रांग है ना
हम्म.
कि अगर 1000-1500 का डॉलर है तो फिर वो काम भी हम लोग ऐसे, यू हैव सीन माय माय इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट,
हाँ हाँ,
राइट।
जस्ट यप यप, वाज गोइंग थ्रू इट.
लाइक लेवल ऑफ क्वालिटी वी गिव, ठीक है,
इट
तो
इज परफेक्ट, यू कैन
people
चार्ज
would
दैट
be-
अमाउंट, वो तो मैंने आपको कॉल पे भी रात को बोला था.
तो पीपल वुड बी एक्चुअली इम्प्रेस्ड बाय अस।
That's
That तो
see, if you
guarantee.
have the right service, I will make sure that I'll get you the right person.
And we
Uh,
will also incorporate your AI into it, because why not? If we can create
of course.
some
That's
like
what a partnership
carousels
is.
from AI, right? Yeah, sure.
ओरिजिन के पीछे सारे carousel से AI जनरेटेड है, लिटरली। मेरी तो एक
Because
ऐड भी AI जनरेटेड है। पूरा बंदा
bro,
ही
हम
AI है।
लोग we will also pay, अच्छा we also do websites as well for our customers. So website behavior बन जाएगा AI से, हो गया, लो पैसा बनाओ,
सी
अब
मैं
आओ।
आपको वही तो बता रहा हूँ। आपके
हाँ,
पास इतनी सारी सर्विसेज हैं, इफ यू कंपाइल दैट इनटू अ वेरी गुड ऑफर वेयर यू कैन ट्रांसलेट दैट इनटू रेवेन्यू पोटेंशियल, बहुत इजीली बिकता है यार वो। और
हम्म,
वो सही लोग आपके पास लाना जो खरीदेंगे ऑफर, वो तो मेरा काम है ना, दैट विल डू।
हम्म,
वो
हम्म,
एट द सेम टाइम, वो आपने, इट्स अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट दैट यू रेज्ड। आई एम वेरी सिलेक्टिव, यू सॉ द नंबर ऑफ कॉल्स दैट आई बुक। आई एम वेरी
yeah,
वेरी सिलेक्टिव इन द पीपल दैट आई वर्क विद। उनका
हम्म,
होना चाहिए भाई वो राइट आईसीपी, उनका होना
हम्म,
चाहिए ऐसा है वैसा है।
हम्म,
अगर वो नहीं दिखता है, आई डोंट इवन पिच द ऑफर, मैं तो कॉल पर भी नहीं आता हूँ, आई लीव द कॉल, रिफंड द मनी बैक कि नहीं, वी कांट एक्चुअली वर्क।
and
तो
anyway,
व्हाट डू यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट, क्योंकि देखो मैं ऐसा रहता हूँ कि मेरा तो एक कॉल पे क्लोज वाला रहता है सीन। मैं आई नीड टू
नहीं,
अंडरस्टैंड
नहीं, मैं समझ रहा हूँ।
व्हाट डू यू हैव टू थिंक अबाउट।
हाँ, yeah. So I was saying कि okay, so what is the exact deal we are going for now? Ask me.
So the exact deal now can be, there's a setup fees 50K,
Setup
uh,
fees 50K, which is okay. I got it.
and then there is a let's say we jot it down to 25%. We can 25% or 20%. Uh,
20%.
20%. Let's do it 20%. We are comfortable. We are already in partnership with a similar number.
पक्का?
हाँ हाँ, आई
Okay.
हैव नो इश्यूज,
Sure.
यस यस।
ठीक है.
मेरे देखो,
Okay. Okay.
अगर आप मेरा क्या है, अगर मैं आपको लाके दे दूंगा 5-10 क्लाइंट, आप थक जाओगे, ट्रस्ट में। आप मेरे को बोलोगे तुम ज्यादा ज्यादा मीटिंग आ गई, मेरे को तो कॉल आया
नहीं,
हुआ
नहीं,
है लोगों
बिल्कुल
का।
नहीं, नहीं, बिल्कुल, बट भाई मेरा थोड़ा-सा मतलब ठीक है, चलो वो सब हम लोग डिसाइड कर लेंगे फिर।
डोंट
हाँ,
वरी,
ठीक
या
है।
ठीक है। सो देन वी
ठीक
हैव अ रेव शेयर, जितना भी उस पे क्लाइंट
हुँ,
है। तो रेव शेयर ऐसा नहीं होगा कि अगर आप अपनी तरफ से कोई क्लाइंट लेके आएगा तो उस पर नहीं चार्ज करूंगा। एनी क्लाइंट दैट आई ब्रिंग इन, एनी इंक्वायरी, एनी मीटिंग दैट आई ब्रिंग इन,
oh,
लेट्स डू
this
क्लोज।
can be also true कि if I bring on a client and if I take your help in that कि Azmat, I want this site to be made for their client. Tell me your charges and I'll tell them.
वी कैन
Works,
डू
right?
दैट, ऑफ कोर्स ऑफ कोर्स।
Okay.
व्हेन पीपल से कि तुम्हारा ऑफर डन फॉर यू, मैं बोलता नहीं, ये डन विद यू है। तो आई
हुँ,
एक्चुअली बिल्ड इट विद यू, यू आल्सो इन्वेस्ट सम टाइम, आई आल्सो इन्वेस्ट सम टाइम, टाइम मनी दोनों को
हुँ,
जाता है, देन इवेंचुअली वी स्केल, राइट।
हुँ,
ऑफ कोर्स वी कैन डू दैट, आई हैव नो इश्यूज। सो नाउ
yeah.
व्हेन डू यू थिंक वी शुड
So
स्टार्ट
so
एक्चुअली।
you can also like give us the creative part if you want. Sure, please do.
100%, 100%, इफ
हुँ,
एवर मेरे को भी इस तरह की कोई
हुँ,
क्वेरी आती है, बल्कि मैं तो सोच भी रहा था एक्चुअली थोड़ा थोड़ा इसमें कुछ, आई विल डिस्कस दैट विद यू लेटर ऑन।
sure, later on. But
यस,
yeah, we can start.
फ्रॉम
We
व्हेन
can.
इज द क्वेश्चन।
From when is the question? Probably give me 1 week, then we can start.
सो जस्ट टू लॉक इन दैट वी कैन
Hmm.
स्टार्ट, आई यूजुअली हाउ आई डू दिस कॉल इज,
अच्छा,
हमारे में भी ऐसा
Azmat,
रहता है। हाँ,
Azmat, so I have to pay you 50K, right?
करेक्ट।
Abhi.
हाँ
And
हाँ।
and we have to get something out of okay. I am planning for the ad spend. We will do the load ticket sell. Then
हम्म,
we will generate जितना हो उससे हम लोग तुम्हारा required ad spend में उतना लगाएंगे, ठीक है? और अगर मान लो कि अगर ये प्रोसेस स्लो हो जाता है कि लो लो टिकट में हमारा लाइक पैसा नहीं है बन रहा है, तो फिर वी कुड नॉट हिंडर द अदर वर्क, देन आई विल पे योर 60K और हाउ मच यू वांट फॉर द एड स्पेंड माय सेल्फ।
मेन इवेंचुअल गोल यही है आपके दिमाग में कि यार मेरे को 50 अपॉइंटमेंट ला के देगा अजमत फॉर दिस, तो इवेंचुअली आपकी कॉस्ट पर एक्विजिशन कितनी हो गई। सो लेट्स से इन टोटल यू स्पेंड, एकदम वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो की होगा, आपने 60,000 एड्स पर डाले, 60,000 के 60,000 खत्म हो गए, दैट विल बी
खत्म
द
हो
वर्स्ट
गया।
केस सिनेरियो। और आपने 50 मेरे को दिए फॉर दी सेटअप, रेव शेयर अभी साइड कर देते हैं, ठीक है।
हम्म,
तो ये हो गया 1-10, यानी वर्स्ट के तो आपका ये रहेगा कि यार मेरे को, अगर मैं आपको 50 अपॉइंटमेंट ला के दे रहा हूँ जिससे जनरेट होती है अपॉर्चुनिटी वर्थ ऑफ, लेट्स से अगर $1,000 आप अपनी डील की रखते हो, कि आप 1500
जी,
रखोगे तो लेट्स से मेरे को कुछ लगा आपके जेब में $1,000 आ रहे हैं। इफ यूर
जी,
गेटिंग $1,000 यूर जनरेटिंग, अब मैं आपको 50 लाख वर्थ की अपॉर्चुनिटी ला के दे रहा हूँ फॉर एन एड स्पेंड फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑफ 1.1 लाख। Now,
चलेगा
if you
मेरा।
have a good potential a closing rate because of the qualification levels, you can see the potential that it has. 30x, 15x ROAS. You can get any ROAS. So अब इसमें 5x ROAS में भी आपको इतने कम closing percentage चाहिए होगा, 10%, 5%. Every 100 calls you book, you have to close only 5 clients. Look at that. It becomes really easy when it comes down to the numbers. Right?
Yeah.
So I won't be promising you stars and moons while saying कि हाँ भाई मैं लो टिकट आपको प्रॉफिटेबल करा दूंगा, सबका नहीं होता है वो। बट मैं आपको
बिल्कुल।
अपॉइंटमेंट जरूर ला के दूंगा, आई विल गेट यू 50 लाख वर्थ ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन द नेक्स्ट 90 days. That's my goal. एंड इफ आई डोंट डू इट आई कीप वर्किंग फॉर फ्री। रेव शेयर खत्म हो जाएगा, दैट विल बी आवर ऑफर देन, कि उसके बाद मैं जितना आपके ला के दूंगा वो मैं आपको वो करते जाऊंगा करते जाऊंगा करते जाऊंगा, ठीक है।
हाँ, अगर
चलेगा।
अगर नहीं नहीं आया तब फिर रेव शेयर खत्म हो जाएगा, फिर जैसे 50 वाला हो गया फिर हम लोग रेव शेयर में आ जाएंगे। हमको मुझे वो रेव
वर्क्स,
शेयर चाहिए। Yeah.
Works.
And as with when we'll scale, we scale in rev share only. And yeah, extra money from my side. Why not? Definitely.
100%, 100%. When we
Yeah.
scale, we'll decide how
For the
terms move.
yeah, for the ads and all, क्योंकि वो तो लगेगा.
बिल्कुल,
चलो
बिल्कुल.
ठीक है. तो
Okay.
आपको इनिशियली आपको यार 50 देना है, and let's see how much we can optimize in the 60K part, right?
Yes. So initially 50K bin dena hota, so we keep it this way. On the call, I usually take a token amount just for my and yours clarity so that I can lock in you as a
Hmm.
client. And
Hmm.
then after a week, we'll have an onboarding call जहाँ पे हम लोग decide करेंगे. So till that particular part, you have the rest of the week to complete the rest of the payment. We have the
Hmm.
onboarding call, तुरंत बात होती है. You get onboarded in the next. So this is how it will
Hmm.
go. In the next 2 weeks, your entire setup will be built. You'll be talking to me, my ads वाला बंदा, my tech वाला बंदा. सारी
Hmm.
बात होगी, बहुत सारी डिटेल्स शेयर होंगी, पार्टनरशिप वाले में
Hmm.
बना देंगे, टर्म्स हम साइन हो जाएंगी, and then
Hmm.
things move forward. But that's how we move. So we'll have to lock in with
Hmm.
some token. So any amount of money that you can commit as of now, I can share your payment link right now.
Any amount of money, as in any amount of money.
We can start with 5,000 rupees and just to lock in the deal.
एक्चुअली अभी अकाउंटेंट साहब से मेरा बात नहीं हो रहा, तो आई वुड बी नीडिंग 2 3 days फॉर दिस.
Can we just lock in any amount of money? Because for me to actually see, अभी literally 1 मिनट बाद मेरी एक और कॉल है. तो
या वी
for
कैन
me to
लॉक दैट.
actually sure, तो मैं थोड़ा सा लॉक करने के लिए मेरे लिए भी थोड़ा सा वैसा रहेगा. Does that sound good?
या
So I'll be
या
sharing
या
the
वी
link.
कैन कैन लॉक समथिंग. 1 second ना.
हाँ, आप मेरे को बता दो whatever your spending capacity as of now is. I can share the link for that particular purpose. Did you receive the link?
1 sec.
So I just shared
Did
that
you
on.
send me on WhatsApp?
I can share you on WhatsApp as well. Just say
Where did you share me?
Google Meets chat.
Oh,
Lovely. I'll also inform my team and we'll have a group created with you as well so that we can instantly get things going.
oh, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Perfect. Perfect.
But like, okay, spending 1.1 L just for
Mhm,
getting a good return doesn't really
mhm.
hurt me. So why not? कोई
Of
बात नहीं.
course, dude. Trust me, it's one of the best decisions that you're taking as of now.
I was
Lovely speaking
looking
with you.
forward to work with you.
Don't worry, dude. Don't worry, dude. I'll just
and
create a
and
group.
the like split share which I talked about. Let's do
100%.
that.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry. That's a deal
definitely.
between us.
You can.
Just one last thing. Do I have consent to post this out somewhere? I can blur faces, mute names.
Your wish. Do anything you want.